editing process.
I
Hopefully it doesn't.
I clapped like 80 times. So
I didn't hear any of them. I didn't
really?
hear a single clap from you. No.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, I didn't hear any of your claps.
You're not hearing these claps?
Are you clapping into the microphone?
Yeah.
No, I'm not hearing a single clap from
Are
you.
you serious?
I swear to God.
You don't hear that?
No, I don't hear a single. Are you
my-
clapping?
Yeah, I'm clapping.
Are you with your hands? Are you clapping with your hands? Or are you clapping with your?
My butt
with your-
cheeks, dude.
Oh, dude. Well, it's because you're not dummy thick, dude. If you were dummy thick, then I would hear it.
How fucking dare you? How?
Sorry, dude. I mean, you
I
might
spent
be
all
thick.
this time doing fucking squats for no reason, apparently.
Dude, you're thick. Don't get me wrong, but dummy thick? That's a whole nother level, dude.
Dummy thick is pretty ridiculous.
Dummy thick is ridiculous, and
Dummy,
that's how-
dummy thick is when you're like, acceptably morbidly obese.
Oh yeah, yeah. You look at him and you're like, "Whoa, geez, there's no way that's healthy." And then you see, and then you hear it.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
just like,
You hear them,
damn.
and you're like, "Oh well, I guess they're dummy thick, dude. I can't do anything about it."
Speaking of dummy thick,
Uh-huh.
I think I found the perfect woman.
Yeah.
I think I found true love.
Oh shit.
Been on this
Alright, I'm excited
planet
about
for
this.
some 30 odd years. And man, I think I found the one. I haven't met her yet, but you know.
Okay, that's concerning.
Well, here's the thing. I got this email,
Okay.
and you know, they just said all the right things. You know.
Also, that's the preferable form of communication in 2022 is receiving an email.
Oh yeah. Just you ever just open a random email with a bunch of hyperlinks in it?
Yeah.
You just trust it. Well, here, listen to this. Tell me if
Okay,
this
let me
is.
hear it.
Tell me if this sounds suspicious or if this sounds like true love to you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm hearing. I'm listening.
the line. What is it called?
The subject.
Subject line. Yeah. It says, "Looking for an individual to possess sexual sex with."
Dude, possess?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn,
Just
dude. That's a commitment right there.
All encompassingly sexual sex.
Yeah.
She says,
sexual sex, not
"Hey,"
regular sex.
She says, "Hey, this is Catherine, and I'm 33 years old. I have actually resided in a number of great long-term partnerships, as well as prepare to locate a person unique for having a good time. There is there's no criteria, but need a major penis to make me completely satisfied.
There's no criteria, but they need to have a major penis.
Send me information and let me know what your preferred sort of food items is. I understand the most ideal locations in town."
Thank God she understands them, dude.
Yeah.
Going there is one thing.
But
Understanding them
having a full comprehensive knowledge of
to
the
their
best
core,
locations
dude.
it's
She
at.
just gets them to
She's like,
to her core.
I just understand Chick-fil-A. I understand Burger King.
Babe, where do you want to go to eat tonight? Well, I really understand Peppino's Italian
Yeah.
restaurants. So let's go.
It's just like, listen, I know you want to go to Olive Garden, but I just don't understand it.
Yeah, we gotta make sure that we fully understand each other before we eat there.
And then she's like, "Listen, you're so lucky you have a major penis, because otherwise I wouldn't be with you right now."
There was no criteria except for the one criteria.
Yeah. And my penis
I
is
did.
major. I want
Also,
to I want to be like, "Listen, my penis isn't major, but I would like to know what the ideal locations in town are. So if we could meet
Yeah, right.
50-50.
She goes, "I'll give you this one chance."
Yeah.
Also, what constitutes a major penis?
I don't know. It's above a kernel, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what
Right?
ranking is. I have no idea. I think a major is
when you-
above a kernel.
I mean, what if you have like a 2-inch penis, but it's like just super girthy, like it's just a major girth. Does that count?
Or the opposite, major length, but no girth
Dude,
whatsoever.
just pencil dick. Like
Just
just the thinnest dick in the world.
You just got a spaghetti noodle. You're just wielding that shit like a sword.
Dude, it's like Ripley's Believe It or Not. As long as people are talking about it, I think that's considered major,
Maybe
Like,
she's
as long
talking
as-
about education. They majored in penis.
Dude, yeah. Maybe like
with-
they have their PhD in penis.
Yeah, with a minor in buttholes,
Yeah. A minor in testicles.
Yeah, they have a BA in penis.
Dude, would you rather have a really big penis and like miniature testicles, or like a chode penis with gigantic balls?
Dude, giant penis with tiny testicles. Are you kidding me?
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
I love my balls.
the balls are not as significant when it comes to coitus, as the kids call it these days.
Did you say coitus?
What's
No,
the word?
keep pronouncing it
What's the
incorrectly. I
word?
want
Hold
to
on.
see how many times.
Coitus.
Coitus.
Coitus. Sexual intercourse.
Koi?
Koi.
Like a koi pond, and then tis.
Coitus,
Coitus.
dude.
Coitus, dude.
Hey, girl, you want some sick coitus with this
Hey,
major penis?
My major penis only gives the most understanding coitus.
Ideal coitus.
It has no criterias. Well, I mean, and her name is, what's crazy? With a name like Catherine, she's just an at-home American girl.
And she's 33 years old. That's such a
Yeah.
specific age. She can't be lying. There's no way.
Yeah, absolutely not. You didn't even say your age when we started. You just said, I'm 30 odd.
Oh,
Is it
right.
odd or odd? 30 odd.
30 oddish years, dude.
Yeah, 30 ostrich years. You've been alive for 30 ostrich years.
Yeah.
Catherine, that's the thing. Oh, wait, are you 30? How old are you again?
I'm 33.
You're 33. You guys are the same age. And what's your understanding of the local restaurants?
Dude, I mean, I don't know if I know the most ideal locations per se, but I understand the general locale, so.
Yeah. Well, she seems to be a major in knowing the ideal location.
Yeah. What kind of
That's
trade-off
why-
is that? She's like, you
Yeah,
give me
right?
major dick, I will give you major food. Actually,
I will give
hold
you
on a sec.
ideal.
That actually
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's a pretty good deal.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I agree. Well, did you respond?
I'm too nervous. I'm scared.
You should respond.
Like, I don't know what to say.
We should draft your email right now.
Yeah. Okay.
5 is what we should do.
Hey,
You should say,
Catherine. This is
"Hey,
John.
Catherine." Yes. Which is also just such a generic
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Right. Should I lie? Should I make up a name?
Nowadays there's a lot of catfishes, so you might want to make up. No, say hey, it's Jay.
Oh.
The letter J. It's a nickname. It's cute.
What about
I think-
JT?
Yeah. There you
Right.
go.
There's a little bit of
And then
edge
she'll start-
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then she'll start thinking about Justin Timberlake, and then she'll get all wet, and it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll say, okay, hey, this is JT. I am also 33 years old. You are in luck because I totally have a major penis to completely satisfy you with.
But did she ask for satisfaction with the
Yeah.
major penis?
There is
she
no,
did. Okay.
There is no criteria, but need a major penis to make me completely satisfied.
Oh yeah. Make sure completely is in all caps.
Yeah, completely satisfied. Yeah, got it.
Satisfied.
I will
Say-
tell her, I do actually have some criteria. I need you to be dummy thick. I need
Make sure
you.
you spell it DUMMY space THICC.
Yeah. And then spaces in
thick.
between the T and the H and the I and
Yeah,
the C and the C.
if you could do the little
obviously.
hand clapping emojis in between the letters.
Yeah. Yeah. THICC.
C.
Oh, you don't hear my
Period.
claps. Why don't you hear my claps, man?
I heard a little bit of the claps after that.
Good.
Yeah, and then enter because you have an MLA format obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
It'll impress her.
Yeah.
And say, well, that's the thing is you know how to cook. I will say, although me hating you is a lot, but I will say that you are a pretty good chef. So you should say
Yeah.
you are in luck because the only meal you're going to be feasting on other than my major penis is my insert one of your favorite dishes. Whatever your favorite dish is to make.
What if her favorite dish is gold leaf covered octopus legs?
Well, then you better get cracking on those octopus legs, dude.
Fuck, dude. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever cooked.
You're going to
them.
let Catherine slip through your fingers by not delivering those octopus legs?
This is your one chance, dude. One
Yeah,
chance to.
Come on.
I've always thought to myself, I do have a major penis,
Yeah.
and no one's recognized it. So
If only there was a woman around me that could appreciate. Well, that's the thing. There's been many a women that have appreciated your major penis, but what do they have to give you in return?
Yeah,
Nothing.
not a
What
single
is
thing.
Catherine has stuff to give you in return.
Yeah, I mean, she's up front. She's letting me know exactly what the terms are, and I appreciate that.
Also, I think you should to take this back up to the top of the email. I think you should be playful and say, "Hey, Kathy."
Oh, wow. Like flirt? You gotta
Hit
flirt
her-
with her a little
yeah,
bit, you
yeah.
know?
Hit her with a Kathy. Catherine's so formal.
Or what about Cat? What's up, Cat?
Yeah, KAT.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
good.
and then insert a cat emoji.
Yeah,
And then the tongue emoji to show that I'm gonna
lick her cat.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna like yeah. If she has a cat, I'm gonna clean that cat
Oh yeah,
right up.
not her vagina.
No, no,
You would
no,
never
no,
do
no.
that.
That's
No, no,
weird,
no, no,
dude.
no. You
Who
wanna
does
lick
that?
the fur off of her cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Cleaning cat
Well-
is a two-man job.
Yeah, exactly. Now, okay, so then you said you wrote that you're gonna give her that, and then I think at the last line you should say, this message will self-destruct within 10 minutes of opening. So please respond quickly. And I think that's perfect.
And then give her a dick pic. I gotta show the major
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah. Oh, of
You
course.
know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, it's implied. Nobody
Yeah.
just sends an email requesting a major penis without being like, "Oh, you're obviously going to include a picture of the major penis." So, I think it's smart. It's definitely added in there. If you
Yeah.
want, you can also send her a picture of your butthole.
Extra credit, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Should I be shaved or leave the bush?
Leave the bush on the butthole, but shave just a full
You're a goddamn
couch
genius.
pillow. A full couch pillow on your butthole, but
Looks
penis
like
baby smooth.
looks like it looks like an old man's nostrils with nose hairs coming out, except it's my
Yeah.
fucking butthole.
Exactly. But then from the gooch, from taint forward,
hmm
like a baby, dude, like a baby's bottom, totally clean.
I should braid it and make it look like I have a tail.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be pretty sick,
And
right?
dude, there's literally no way she could say no to you.
Yeah.
There's no way.
She'd show up on my doorstep because she's a real
Yeah.
person,
Hmm.
and she'd have real sex with me.
And then when all of your credit cards get stolen from fraud after sending this email, just know that it's her just buying a plane ticket to come see you.
Oh yeah, duh. Obviously, I'm gonna be
She's trying to be cute.
I'm gonna
you
be at the airport with the sign that says cat. And
Cat
we,
with the emoji.
yeah, and then it's gonna have an arrow straight down to my crotch.
Yep. But dude, what if? Hold on though. What
Ooh.
if she arrives, and she's like perfect, everything she described, but she's not dummy thick.
Oh, then
Dude.
I would beat her up then.
In the airport, just start physically assaulting her.
I would be like, you're not even remotely close to dummy thick, and I'd double leg tackle her, take her to the ground, full mount, and then just straight ground and pound, just fucking
Yeah.
raining
Put her in
elbows. No. I just rain elbows and punches over and over and over again.
Fair enough. Hey,
And people would watch. People were like, well, if she said she was dummy thick and she's not, then
yeah, people will be like, "What's going on?" And I'll be there, and I'll be like, "She
Yeah.
said she was dummy thick over to the email, and she's not." And they would probably start joining in.
yeah, you're like, oh, what? She's a twig. And they just like kicking her.
She's hard. She can hardly fit into a pair of 5 jeans. Get out of here.
Also, just
Well,
kidding.
good luck, dude.
I wouldn't
Yeah, 100%
assault.
just kidding.
I would not
We do not
assault a
condone-
woman.
I said perdone. Perdone is now a word. We do not perdone any violence of any sort unless it's towards each other. And all women, whether thou are dummy thick or not,
Yes.
we love you.
If you are, make sure to also commit violence to men as well. Equality. Hit,
Oh yeah, for sure.
hit everybody as hard as you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, as long as everybody's doing it, that's
Then it makes it
fine, right?
that makes it fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like drugs. If everyone's
Yeah.
doing it, dude, just fine.
Oh, dude, I gotta tell you the story. So,
Alright.
over the weekend, one of my friends was in town. I'll leave him anonymous because there's some copious drug usage throughout this story.
Okay, that's fine. This friend's name is Catherine.
Yeah. she knows all the best places in town.
To get drugs.
Yeah.
This is a different Catherine.
Right.
This one, not dummy thick.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah.
So we're at they're in town. We go over to a mutual friend's house. We're partying, whatever. And this place is like, since the day I've known this person, it's been a straight up trap house. Like, Just
Oh
all the
God.
drug use you could possibly think. I usually just smoke weed. I don't really do anything else than that. And drink, but there's a lot of shit that goes down in that house.
Yeah, for
So
sure. It's like a crack house that you just exist at.
yeah, and everyone's like functioning and like not like completely addicted to the point where they're living out of a gutter, you know?
Yeah, right. They're just like once a month. They're like, I really want to do crystal meth, and you're like, well, we could go to that one house, and
Yeah,
then they
yeah,
go
yeah,
do
yeah.
it, and then they go back to for
And
their
they're
regular.
totally fine. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like
and they go back to
it's
being a firefighter.
a fighter pilot actually.
Yeah, sorry, my bad, my bad.
And we go, and there's one guy there who I haven't seen in a while, so I was trying to catch up to him, and I could tell he's done something, but I didn't know what. But he seemed fine. He was like responding to me, and I'm asking him like he's a gamer, so I was asking him like what kind of video games have you been playing, and he kind of gives me some short answers here and there, and I go on and on and on about all the games I've been playing. You know, I've been playing StarCraft and fucking was playing Lost Ark for a while. I was just talking way too much about
Yeah.
all these details of this games, and he was trying to be nice, just nodding his head and just like kind of listening. And then he sat down, and there was this kind of natural lull in the conversation. Then someone comes up and goes up to the guy, and he goes, "Dude, how's that K hitting you?" And then he's like, "Bro, I have no idea what's going on." The the guy was high on ketamine the entire time.
Oh my God! Seriously?
And here I am just like womp 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 womp. And when I heard that, I was like, "Dude, you were high on K this whole time?" He goes, "Yeah, man, I have no idea what's happening." I'm like, "Dude, you should have told me. I would have just shut the fuck up."
You're describing StarCraft, and he's like, wait a minute, there's fucking aliens here?
Dude, he
Oh
was
my-
like, he was like on the verge of drooling. Like he just had like zero cognitive abilities. The whole room was just fucking spinning. I'm
That's so
sure.
funny. I feel like they should have name tags. Be like, "Hi, my name is this, and I'm high on this right
Yeah.
now." And then you're like, I can talk to you about this." And then
Right.
you go up to that guy, and you're like, "Oh, I can't."
Yeah,
talk
I'm
to you
gonna
about anything
leave
right
this
now."
guy alone, dude. That's a cheat. Like the hello name tags. Hello, I'm
Yeah.
on methamphetamines.
Exactly.
Hello, I'm
like,
on
"Oh,
whippets.
Yeah. Whippets. Well, he definitely knew exactly what you were talking about.
No,
If
he
you
had
were
no clue.
talking about StarCraft, he probably thinks there's real aliens that are on the Earth right now because that's part of the conversation he picked
Yeah.
up.
No, he's probably panicking because my whole family's dead because the Zerg invasion has spread across this country.
Dude, in his mind, he's like, this guy is a time traveler trying to warn me what is to come.
From his perspective, I'm wearing like space armor and shit. Just like, I am from the year 3000.
Damn. Well, I mean, hey, what do you
So-
expect, dude?
It was bad drug etiquette, is all I'm trying to say. I was not being a good drug. I don't know.
A good drug buddy, dude.
Yeah, I was being a bad drug buddy. You
Bad
know,
drug
I was probably giving him a bad trip, so I felt bad. And then I realized I was like, man, I felt bad for ruining someone's ketamine trip. Like, what kind of sentence is that?
Yeah, right.
What kind of life am I living when it's just like, man, like a social faux pas, you know, like when you go to
Yeah,
a party
right.
and like you call someone the wrong name by accident when you should know their name, you know, like
Yeah,
that's
and you're
like
"Fuck,
you
man."
you've met this guy like 5 times and you call him Mike. He goes, oh, actually it's Matt. You're like, fuck, I should have,
Yeah.
you know, that's so embarrassing.
Then you think about it for the rest of the day. And you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, and you make sure to say his name like 5 more times.
Yeah.
Matt, dude, so good to seeing you, Matt, for sure.
Yeah, Matt, come on, Matt. And then, meanwhile, from my perspective, like, hey, man, sorry about ruining your K trip, dude.
Dude, next time, just let me know, and maybe I can make it a better experience for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Help me help you.
Yeah. I actually have been getting random ketamine ads on Instagram.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, for real. Hold on, let me see if I could. I sent Fu a picture of one. Let me see here.
Because, dude, it's that social media. It's like, this guy near you is high on ketamine.
Dude, it's the
So you must want to do it too.
the algorithms are fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. See all. Where is it? Oh yeah, so it's a picture. I'll post it on the clip when I edit this. It's a picture of this Asian woman sitting in a nice little basket chair she probably got from Urban Outfitters.
Hell
She's sipping a nice little cup of tea or something, and in quotes it says, "Ketamine helped my brain switch channels. Heather." So what? What? What are you talking about?
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, little old Asian ladies have no other options other than to get high on ketamine.
Other than ketamine, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's all they could do. Get high on ketamine and live their lives.
Well, I know ketamine's supposed to have actual like technical health benefits, but I only know of it from people abusing it to get high.
Yeah. Yep.
That's literally the only experience I've ever had with ketamine.
That makes it about right. It was funny. We were talking last episode, I think, about, or maybe it was off camera, about me getting high and smoking weed and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to smoke, blah, blah, blah. And my brother was in town this week because it was his birthday, and we were talking about just drugs. I don't know why. It was a kid's birthday party. We were talking about drugs. And we were talking about it, and I was afterwards I went home and I was talking to Cammie, and she was like, there was a drug you were talking about with your brother that I think we've talked about this, but ayahuasca, which is, I don't think I could handle it, but the more I talk about it, I'm like, I'm so gonna do this. I'm so gonna just do ayahuasca. I think I'll probably die. I don't know if I've never done any drugs ever, and then I do ayahuasca. What do you think will happen to me?
Dude, you're basically like, you're jumping from the fucking highest diving board without knowing how to swim. That's literally
Dude, it's like never.
what you're
Could
doing.
you imagine? That's a social experiment right there, where it's like, this dude's never been high.
Yeah,
Here's the highest you could ever be ever in your whole life.
yeah, you're jumping from a fucking Olympic level diving board. And on halfway down, you're like, wait, I don't know how to swim. Like, that's what you're gonna be like. That's what you're like when the ayahuasca trip just hits you, and you're like, oh my god, I have no idea what this feeling is like.
What do I do? What if I'd have a heart attack? You think I'd have a heart attack? I feel like
no. Let's see what the comment, because I don't even know how to spell it. Ayahuasca.
IOHUASCA.
No.
Yeah, dude. IW. There's a silent J.
Let's see here.
Dude, I spelled it. Oh god, AYA.
Yeah.
HUASCA. South American psychoactive and entheogenic.
Well,
Dude, can't do it. I don't even know all the words.
I put in symptoms, and it said those who take ayahuasca and experience symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, feelings of euphoria, strong visual and auditory hallucinations, mind-altering psychedelic effects, fear, and paranoia. So, a lot of those things are a lot more negative than positive.
Yeah, right? But I'm going to have a great trip. Everything's going to be totally fine.
I think ayahuasca is what like Native Americans took for their like spirit quests or whatever.
Yes,
their vision quests,
yeah.
I mean.
Yes.
Is that right? Find out what their
it's
spirit
also
was?
it's also what TJ Miller took in the popular TV show Silicon Valley.
Yeah, TJ Miller is someone you would definitely want to model your life after.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, this is all their vision quest stuff. That's what they would.
What if you found out your spirit animal was like a gopher or something?
Dude, right?
You're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, right. I show up, it's a meerkat. I'm like, god damn it!
I thought I was an
wanted
eagle.
To be a lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I think episode 100. No, what it is? If we get 100,000 subscribers, I will take ayahuasca live and do a podcast.
Oh my god, that would be such a nightmare. I'll do it if you do it. I will do ayahuasca with you. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do it off camera, and we'll have Chris babysit us to make sure we don't die.
Yeah, right? I'm down. Well, I don't know if I'm down. I say I'm down, and then I think about it more, and I'm like, I'll probably die, so I don't know if I'm down. But, I don't know.
Oh, dude, another thing that happened this weekend that was super sketch. Like, this is literally the worst idea I've ever done. So, they were passing around all these drugs, and this one guy was like, hey, you want to try this thing called C2B? Like, what the fuck
like,
is...
Dude, letters, always good.
Yeah, letters and numbers? Yeah. Come on.
You're like, dude, I have H2O all the time. What's wrong with C2B, dude?
Dude, H2O is the shit.
Dude, if this is anything like H2O, I fuck with it, dude.
Dude, I just feel so revitalized. My skin is just so much clearer. Like, no, so this was super sketchy. Like, he offered it to my friend, and my friend, all of us are messed up. So, like, we were just making poor decisions. And he goes, I'll try it if John tries it. And the guy immediately turns to me. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Now everyone's looking at me.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, so what is this? He goes, well, typically people snort it, but now they're making a smokable version of it. I'm like, that doesn't answer my question.
Dude, look at this car. What is it? Well, it moves.
Yeah.
Fucking that still doesn't answer the question.
But like, it's like both of those things are super sketchy. Like,
yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
And so He was basically it makes you feel like you're rolling without actually taking ecstasy. And I was like, and I thought about it for 2 seconds, and then he just showed me the pen. I was like, all right, fuck it. I took a hit. I took the smallest, babyest little baby hit. I barely like took anything, but like I look back and I'm like, man, that was such a bad idea. That was
right.
horrible. Like, why am I fucking? I'm 33. Like, why the fuck am I experimenting?
Trying new drugs?
Yeah, what the fuck is this shit? Like,
also, I know you're terrible with peer pressure, dude. Like, it's just a little bit of black tar heroin, dude. And you're like, no. And he's like, I'll do it if John does it. And you're like, fuck, okay, I guess I'm doing black tar heroin.
Well, I want to be cool in front of all these people. We're all doing black tar heroin, man. We'll do black tar heroin.
Well, did it do anything, or like,
I felt like high, like basically like I took a hit from a joint or something like that. So it really wasn't. But man, the rest of the night I was tripping on that. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, this kid seriously, like, what if this is bath salts? What if I just start eating people?
I know,
like,
right? Yeah, seriously.
Such a bad idea.
It's just a drug that makes you question whether or not you should have taken that drug or not. Like,
just,
that's all the drug does. It just gives you anxiety about the drug.
Right. Every time you take it, you're just like, what did I just do? Did I just ruin my life? You're just tripping out. And your buddy's just like, hey, it's really setting in, huh? You're really freaking out.
Like, you do this every Saturday. Yeah. You do the same drug and then you question it every time.
You guys like, what did you do to me? What did you fucking do to me?
You brought it, dude. You brought it to this party. What are you freaking out about?
So next time I'll be.
It sounds like we both had great weekends. I talked about drugs at a kid's birthday party. You were at a drug party. It was,
drugs are pretty cool.
Yeah,
drugs are pretty sick.
Drugs are cool, kids. This is an 18 and over podcast. You can do whatever the fuck you want out there.
Do as many drugs as you can right now. At the moment you are listening to this, if you are at work, if you're in your car, if you're with your family, doesn't matter.
You're making love, which I know we have a handful of.
Oh yeah. If you're
it's like mood music, dude.
Dude, if you're completely satisfying your significant other with your major penis right now,
now is the time to just
stop.
Do that CP3O drug or whatever the fuck you did.
Yeah, C2B. What a sketchy name.
Yeah, right.
C2B.
It was probably like chlorotoxin to benzene.
What was that hip hop group back in B2K? Boys to Kids.
Boys to kids, dude. Boys to kids. We're transferring from boys to kids. This is called I don't want to brush my teeth. Hit it.
What does B2K stand for? You remember B2K, right?
No, I remember B2K, but I don't know what it stands for. Let's look.
If it's boys to kids.
What does B2K stand for?
Ballers.
Boys of the New Millennium, Born to Kill, Back to Keyboard, Blueprint 2000.
What the fuck?
What does the...
Omarion was in it, right?
Yeah. What is the boy band B2? Boys of the New Millennium. Oh, B2K, like B2000.
Oh.
So it means Boys of the New Millennium.
That's stupid.
That is really stupid.
I like Boys to Kids better.
Yeah, Boys to Kids, dude. That's the fucking name of the band.
Boys to Kids? This sounds like a pedophile's anthem.
This is called Bowling Alley on Fridays. Hit it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, first off, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, I guess we should address the fact that we are not on a couch.
Yeah.
And we are separate.
On our casting couch. First off, I would like to say, I'm kind of creeped out now that I'm seeing where I am in an actual camera. I'm in a perfectly symmetrical room. This room is, except for there's a shade on my left, this room, I feel like I'm in The Shining, dude.
So it's not perfectly symmetrical.
Well, just take that part out. Okay? I'm hiding it with my hand. This room is perfectly symmetrical.
Most rooms are symmetrical.
I guess, but it's like the same lamp on both sides, the same pillar on both sides, the same everything, dude. It's freaking me out. I feel like the fucking ghost is gonna come out.
Well, just tell it to go away then.
Yeah, I probably will. Maybe I'll offer it some C2B, and it'll be fine. Or we can listen to some B2K.
Hold on. I typed in Omarion B2K while you were looking it up, and I just got this fucking all these new articles because apparently Omarion is still relevant in some capacity.
Really?
And I'm seeing something that says Raz B who apparently is a member of B2K, says Omarion is no longer an official member of B2K.
They redacted him.
And I'm like, wait, B2K still exists?
Does it really?
How can you be B2K if we're not even in the 2000s anymore? This is not, I don't know. This is not important, but.
Technically, we're in the 2000s.
You're not in the 2000s, dude.
Shut up. So where I am is I am in Texas, dude. But the podcast must go on. So we're doing a remote session. It's going to look and sound flawless.
It's going to be amazing,
Zero
dude.
setup time, zero testing.
What if this turns out to be our best episode? We just keep doing remote
dude,
episodes,
right?
even though you
come over again.
even though you literally live like 10 minutes away from me.
I know, right? Dude, don't even come over. But I am in Texas. I'm not going to say which city, but I'm in Texas. No.
Why wouldn't you say it?
I am either in Austin or Houston or San Antonio. I'm in one of those three cities.
Why are you not able to say the city you live in? You're in right now.
Because let's get to the end of this, and then I'll decide. We'll decide if I want to say what city I'm in. First off, the hotel I'm staying at is called the Sam Houston Hotel.
So you're in Houston.
And I was like, what a...
Figured it out, baby.
You got it, dude.
Shakespeare. No, wait, no, not Shakespeare. Sherlock Holmes.
No, dude, William Shakespeare. Classic detective.
Oh, Billy Shakes.
Yeah, so the Sam Houston. Okay, yes, I'm in Houston, Texas. So if anybody is listening to this from Houston, Texas, I apologize.
Don't apologize. Just fucking say what you want to say.
First off,
Houston's a dump. Houston sucks. Houston's a fucking cesspool.
Yeah. Wow, dude. Have you ever been to Houston?
No.
There you go.
Just making blanket statements about places I've ever been to.
And then I was like, what a dumb fucking name. What a stupid name for a hotel, right? This it's just like a play on words, I guess. Like the Sam Houston, like it's fucking stupid.
What if it's based on a person named Sam Houston?
And then I googled it, and Sam Houston is the former governor of Texas.
You're an idiot, dude. How did you not?
I literally was like, this is a fucking stupid. And I was like talking to the lobby boy downstairs, and I was like, the Sam. It just says the Sam everywhere, and I'm like, the Sam, like Yosemite Sam, and he like laughed. He like laughed a little bit, and then just kept like doing my order. And I was thoroughly convinced for the last like 3 hours that it was named after Yosemite Sam. And then I literally right before the podcast was like the Sam Houston, and it was like Sam Houston, former governor of Texas. I was like, oh fuck.
Why wouldn't you be under the impression that Sam Houston's not a real person?
I don't know. Well, it's because all the signage here just says the Sam. It doesn't say the Sam, because technically it's like the Sam in Houston. So the hotel is called the Sam. So I was just like, what a stupid fucking name. But it's yeah.
Well, if they call it the Sam, that is pretty stupid.
Yeah. Well, so I think online it's called the Sam Houston Hotel, but all the signage when I arrived here just said the Sam. And I was like, fucking, what is that? That guy's going to go home and tell his girlfriend or wife. It's like, this guy at my fucking work today thought our hotel was based off of Yosemite Sam because I made a whole joke. I felt like an idiot. But,
we've just been doing so many social faux pas recently, you know?
I know,
You thought it was Yosemite Sam. I ruined someone's K-trip.
Equal stature, dude.
Rough weekend, dude.
Yeah, seriously. But everything, so that's what I was going to say, is everything is bigger in Texas, as they say. But there's one thing here in Houston that's bigger than anything I've ever seen anywhere in the whole world. And can you guess what that thing is?
Cholesterol levels.
No. Surprisingly not.
Feet.
No, there's a regular amount of feet here. There's just people with like 7 feet. Like, dude, Houston's just known for all of their severed feet.
Well, no, that's quantity, not size.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, dude, everyone just got clown shoes on.
Yeah, everyone's got fucking size 17 shoes. The alcoholic rates.
So that's, you know what? I'm going to give you half credit because the correct answer is crystal meth usage per square foot of capita. I thought like San Diego and LA was bad. Dude, I had to walk to work today and it was 3 stoplights and there was just homeless people and drugs everywhere. They were
worse
just
than Skid
screaming
Row
at each other. Dude, so Skid Row, here's the thing. Skid Row has a lot of homeless people spread out throughout all of 7th Street. Like, it's like long. It goes for blocks.
Yeah.
Dude, I could not, even if I had wanted to, I could not drive to work today. I had to walk because they have just taken over the city. There's just like, people are just laying in the street.
Really?
I don't know how many of them were alive. There's a good chance that a lot of them were dead.
You gotta take a picture. I gotta see that.
Okay, I will. And
assuming they don't like go crazy and see when they see you take a picture, they're like, "What are you doing?"
Dude,
and they fucking run after you.
Well, dude, so I got food and I came out of some guy, no joke. I got food and it's like a underground food court basically. So I get food and I walk out and I'm walking to my hotel and some dude's, I walk out of the thing, he's like, "I'm hungry," and I was like, "Me too." Like, I just didn't know what to fucking say.
It's like, well,
like, hey,
maybe you should get money to buy food.
let me reason with you here, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. I just came from work. Do you know what work is?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it was like I had to park. I parked my car at the hotel and I was talking to the guy, different guy, not the Yosemite Sam guy, but a different guy. And I was like, "Hey, I have to get to like Travis and something. I think it's literally called Texas Avenue, which is just unoriginal." And he was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to walk down, but just be careful." And I was like, "Of what?" And he's like, "You'll see." I was like, "Oh fuck."
What kind of response is that?
I know, right?
What do you mean you'll see? What are there fucking lions just strewn about the seats? Are you gonna be attacked by an actual fucking lion and no one does anything about it? Like, there's the Houston Lion.
It's Tuesday, dude. We know it's Lion Tuesdays. Yeah. You know, that's what we do on Tuesdays.
Like everyone's inside. They see you just walking down the street. Like, what is that poor man doing out there? Doesn't he know it's Lion Tuesdays?
Like, look at this out of towner. He's not gonna last long here. But yeah, so I at the end of the day, I got my food and I was walking back, and there was actually like cops and paramedics like ushering people away from the streets. I'm guessing like the nightlife is a little bit more like,
homeless.
More people, no, less homeless. I think like they like usher them off the streets at night because there's actual like restaurants and bars and dive bars that don't open till like 4 or 5.
So did they have a full on like tent city like Skid Row?
No, dude, there's no tents. That was what I was gonna say. There's no tents. They're just laying there with all their shit. It's just in the open. There's no tent. There's no shopping carts. There's no nothing. They're just fucking kicking it.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's crazy. So,
well, I don't know what's worse. I mean, having a tent city versus people just laying around. Like, I don't know what's worse.
I feel like just laying around is worse because I saw I'm not a doctor, but I saw the back of this guy's head today and he needs to go to a doctor, dude. He is not okay. I could tell. Like, I just looked at the back of his head and I could see he wasn't doing well. So I was like, I mean, he was also homeless, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, but a tent city, you can kind of like, you still have a house, you know, you still have like a gathering area. You have a living room. You can invite people over. Like, you can
you
have some fucking decency. No,
here's a bed made out of recycled styrofoam.
Imagine if any of them want to fuck, dude. They're like, "Hey, we could just go on this fucking tree stump over here because I don't have a tent."
Yeah, there has to be a certain point where they just don't care. They're just like, I'm already at the dregs of society. Just like no one cares about me. No one gives a shit.
Exactly.
Like I've literally, I'm invisible, so may as well just start fucking right here and right now.
No one's gonna say anything. Yeah. If anything, it's gonna make people talk to me less.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, dude, it was 104 today. Like I don't know how they're just laying out there in the sun. It's so fucking hot. So,
plus the winters in Texas get really bad too.
Yeah, like why choose here? Why choose here to be homeless?
Yeah, come to Cali. We got perfect weather.
Yeah, you could be homeless near the beach. How would you want to do that?
California homeless people just have it the best, dude.
Yeah, dude. Every day I think to myself, why am I even doing this, dude? I could be just a California homeless person living the dream.
Is that the dream?
I think so. That was Sam Houston's dream, dude. Sam created this great city of Houston, Texas.
Sam Houston couldn't cut it as a homeless person in California, so he's like, I'm gonna make my own homeless place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wasn't vibing hard enough when he was in California.
Well, what about San Francisco? What about the Tenderloin in San Francisco?
Okay, so the Tenderloin is a different breed, dude. Dude, I don't know if I've told the story on the podcast about the experience I had at the Tenderloin. with the lady with no legs.
the legless lady. Yeah.
The legless lady. Did I say it on the podcast or
Not
have I
on the
just told you?
podcast. You just told me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Long story short, I was leaving a comedy show and there was a woman in a it was me and Cammy, we were leaving the show and there was a woman in a wheelchair and she like looked at Cammy and she was like, I don't remember what she said exactly, but she was like, "Hey, hot stuff, like, you should ditch him and get with me." And Cammy was like, "Huh, okay." And then she fucking just pushed her like torso up with her arms and she had no legs and she hopped down on the ground and just chased us with her hands like a fucking demon from a scary movie
Oh
and just
my God,
walked
dude.
towards us on her fucking arms. It was psychotic.
That's so
it was
scary.
terrifying. Dude, it was like The Exorcist in real life.
I think my fight or flight response would have kicked in and I would have run up and kicked her. Like,
Right?
I don't know. A situation like that, like, that sounds horrible to say because it is a person. Like,
Yeah.
and clearly these people
she's
need
not
help.
like a person. She's
Oh
not.
my God, dude.
She's not. She's acting like a fucking demogorgon, dude. Like, she's not acting like a person. Don't do that to people. Also, I'm pretty sure.
God, you're such a horrible person.
I know. But also, like, I remember, like, we didn't want to be rude and just like sprint away from her. So we sort of just like politely fast walked, like waddled, like, okay, we just gotta get to our car now. Like,
that is really fucking scary though.
it was horrifying. It was absolutely terrifying.
Imagine it being so like caught up in social etiquette that if someone's trying to murder you, you're like trying to be polite the whole time.
Yeah,
you're like,
right.
You're just like you said, you're like not sprinting away. You're just kind of
Just
nicely
politely
jaunting
walking.
away. Yeah, trying to act like you don't know they're there. Like,
Yeah, starting more conversations. Like, oh wow, look at this, the streets. They must have been repaved recently. Just
Yeah.
like getting chased by a psychopath.
especially if they're like a really bad murder. It's like, must be his first one. I'll go easy on him.
Right.
I'm just gonna stand right here and stare at my phone.
Also, what was that lady's end goal? Like.
Oh, I
Like,
don't know. Yeah.
If she got up to us, was she gonna just take Cammy's pants off? Like, what was she gonna
Yeah,
do?
she was gonna climb up her like a crab.
Yeah, right? So she's mine now and just waddle away with her? I don't know.
The thing about the tenderloin is it's a very like everything is fine and then bam, tenderloin. Like it's like a not there's like usually you see kind of a gradual degradation into like hardcore areas, but then it's like goes from like nice downtown SF to like heroin needles all over the place.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's crazy too is like it's right next to like what, the financial district?
Yeah.
Where it's like, dude, it's like fucking, I'm making this up, like Yves Saint Laurent, like a super expensive,
yeah.
super like Rolex, and then boom, no lady with no legs,
And then some dude shitting on the sidewalk. Like,
yeah, exactly.
it's fucking wild. Like the disparity.
But again, the tenderloin is big. You know, the tenderloin is like multiple.
True. Yeah.
Like at least, granted, I haven't explored much outside of where I had to walk to and from work.
Yeah.
But in this one street, I was like, oh, good God.
I say that tenderloin is the best name for a sketchy area of a city.
Yeah, right?
Like when you just hear
Oh, no.
the tenderloin, you're already kind of like,
Why did my phone just stopped recording?
loser, dude.
Oh, hey. Okay, pause.
Looks like we had some technical difficulties because Raymond doesn't know how to use a fucking phone.
That's not true. It's 4 million degrees in Texas, and my phone overheated, okay? It's not my fucking fault.
It is your fault. Turn it down from 4 million degrees to 3 million degrees. You have the power to do that.
The air is set to 64 in this hotel room right now, and it's still not cooling down. Technically, it's up and running. I got it. I hit record right when you said 3, 2, 1, go. It just worked, so it's recording. But we'll see what happens. Either way, we're just gonna keep going. Something else that happened this week was the first day back to school, which I know doesn't matter for either of us, but
if you're a creep, it matters, I guess.
I love when school's back in session.
That's why I love high school girls. As I get older, they stay the same age. All right.
Dude, would you, if you could choose to go to school and go to work, but still get paid the same amount of money, which one would you do?
Well, what version of school?
I'm gonna say junior year, where like it matters, but not like, you know, junior year of high school.
No, fuck no. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And still have the brain of still be a 33-year-old?
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
What is this, Billy Madison? No, fuck. No, I'm not fucking doing that. Are you kidding me? You know how mad I would be all the time? Kids talking about shit that just does not matter to me.
Yeah, could you imagine just having to go to choose? I mean, you have to be choosing to go to school, and you're like, none of this matters. Everyone, shut up.
It's like you're not gonna remember any of this. All of
Yep.
everything you think is interesting is gonna be stupid in 5 years. and then in 10 years it's gonna come back and you're gonna get mad that it came back.
Yep.
I know, I'm from the future. Fear the future.
Well, I agree. I wouldn't want to go back to school at all. I hated school. School is the worst.
Dude,
But
Channel 5 just released this new video where they went to this hip hop concert, and like I've never felt so out of touch from what's happening with the current youth, because like all the artists he
Really?
was interviewing were people for one I've never heard of, or I think are absolutely awful. Have you heard of Yeet? I think we talked about him before.
I think we talked about it, but no, I haven't heard of him.
Yeah, no, he's fucking huge. He's like, he blew up on TikTok. He's just this fucking megastar right now. These two girls like FaceTimed him, and they almost started crying over talking to them.
Oh
and
my god! So he's like Elvis.
I hope not. Elvis fucking defined a generation. If Heat defines this generation, then there's no going forward from here.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I just felt so it's just like I would be surrounded by that if I went back to
Yeah,
like
that's true.
high school. I'd also be surrounded by people that I can't have sex with. So unless the teachers, I can have sex with the teachers.
So that was what I was gonna say. That's one thing about my high school experience. If I could go back, I think I had a shot with one of my teachers.
What?
I do. Now thinking back and thinking about it and being an adult, dude, she wanted me so bad, dude.
Okay, that's more of a commentary on her than you, okay?
Dude, I'll never forget. It was if you're listening, shout out Miss McGuire. God, she was so hot.
Don't give out her name, dude. Oh my god, dude.
I know, right? We'll bleep that. Just bleep that part. Also, nobody knows what high school I went to. It's fine.
Only the 5 people that listen to this podcast know who went to school when you went to school, right? Dude.
Seriously. So she was my history teacher, and then I became her teacher's aide. And she was like, "Oh, like you can like grade papers for me and whatever, blah blah blah." And then she was like, "You know what? Here's my phone number. Just text me and I'll let you know if I need you to show up today or not." And I was like, "Okay, for sure." And then she just gave me her phone number, and I would text her every day and be like, "Hey, do you need me to come in?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, I need you to come in." And I'd go in, and it was always like a little amount of work. Like she didn't need me to come. She could have stockpiled it up and saved it but she was always like, "No, you can come swing by," smiley face. And I was like, "Dude, she totally wants to jump my bones." But I was in high school, and I was scared of vaginas, so I also she would have gotten fired, so that wouldn't have been good. Also, she probably didn't want my bones, but I think she did.
Did she ever like flirt with you or touch you or ask you if you have a major penis?
You know, she did send me an email, dude.
Was her first name Catherine?
Her first name was Catherine.
Oh
This
my
whore.
god.
No, she never touched me, but I don't know. It was like that nice. So like it was like, and here's the thing too is we had at my high school, a science teacher had sex with a senior girl. A science teacher male had sex with a senior female.
Sick.
And everyone. That's the correct response, dude. So it was one of those things where it was like, oh, we do this here at my high school.
I stand a chance.
Yeah, right? If they did it, anyone can. But I don't know. I think I more wanted her than she wanted me. But now looking back, there's a slight glimmer. If I could go back to high school, I'd be like, "Hey, we doing this or what?" And I would want to see what she says.
You mean as a 29-year-old?
No.
Oh.
This is an 18-year-old boy.
Damn.
Actually, I graduated when I was 17, so never mind.
Hey, do you want to potentially? You want to? Well, no. She's a woman, so she'd get away with it. It would be an act of passion. Yeah. She wouldn't be a pedophile. It would be fucking.
No way.
You know what I mean? It's totally different if a woman does it to a guy.
Yeah.
So you're fine. She's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone
She's
wins.
Fine. We would have done it, and then we would have ran off and got married, and everything would have been fine.
I didn't try to hook up with the teacher until I was in college, and
Really? You tried to hook up with the college professor?
I flirted with her. I made it very, very apparent that I was into her, but she pretty much, I'm fairly certain she wanted to punch me in the face.
What did you do?
I would like, I would swing by her office hours to pretend that like I needed help because she was my Spanish professor. Her name was Alexandra Pascual, I think, Professor Pascual. And like I'd basically just waste time. I would just like comment on what she was like wearing and stuff like that. Be a total creep, really. You know,
Yeah,
just
for
waste
sure.
her time. But she was so hot. She was so hot. And then she lived in my friend's apartment complex, and she would always pass by the balcony. So like where his balcony was right over a sidewalk, and she would pass by that sidewalk, and I would see her every time I was hanging out with him, and I just say hi really awkwardly. And
how much older was she, do you think?
so what was this? This is my third year. So
Late 70s?
that's too young, dude. That's way too young.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I think I was like, how old was I in my third year of college? Like 20? And so she
No.
was
Oh yeah. Third year of college. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you go straight into?
my 2007, I was 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so like between 20 and 21, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And so she was doing her PhD program there, so she had to have been probably like 27, 28 maybe. Maybe.
Okay. So not too far off the radar.
Right. But also just like intellectually completely different levels. Like, you know what I mean?
Very true.
I mean,
very true.
Here's the thing: like 21-year-olds are technically adults, but they're also fucking idiots. Because
Yeah, that's true.
I was a 21-year-old, and I was a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know. I just feel like at that age is when you might be the most dumb at that age because like now you
Right?
can drink.
Yeah, you have the
and-
freedom at that point.
Yeah, and like, but you also have zero real experience,
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's an overgeneralization, but I can't help but feel like most people between like 18 to 21 is like, you're just a fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah. Well, and I mean,
but you
of
kind of
course,
have to get through that stupidity to like grow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, also, you 1000% were not the first person to probably hit on this teacher. She probably
yeah,
has a
definitely.
Johnny every single year, and she's like, "Fucking here we go again," you know?
Yeah, she probably has multiple Johnnies,
Yeah.
but I was the Johnny that stood out the most.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was,
for sure.
I was the
you know-
Johnny.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, she still thinks about you.
Dude, she better.
I think
I'm
so.
gonna find
I
her.
had
I'm
one.
gonna look her up. I'm gonna find her, dude.
I have one teacher. I do have one teacher. So like I don't like school. I've never liked school. I went to school, like I went to college because my parents were like, if you go to college, you could live here rent free. Cool, deal. I don't want to I don't want to spend money. So that was it. I was like, cool, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And so I never liked school, and like the a lot of people are like, "Oh, like learning is so sexy." Or like you know what I mean?
What?
Like,
Who has ever said that? What the fuck are you even
dude,
talking
so
about?
many people are like, "Oh, like it's like a good bookworm is just so sexy." And I'm like, "No. No, it's just I don't think that. I don't think you're sexy if you like school. That doesn't turn me on."
I don't know where you're even getting that notion from. Unless
Dude,
your
that's a
professor,
thing.
unless your professor is Indiana Jones, that's the only time I'd ever expect a woman to like be head over heels. But like,
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I mean, I don't know. I imagine there is something about like a power relation, right? Like this teacher has
Yeah.
like all this power and control, so maybe that might turn somebody on, maybe. But like,
But also it's like I'm in love with your brain kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm in love with how intellectual you are.
it's like I'm in love with how you factor those coefficients.
PEMDAS harder, baby.
Also, I don't know if factor coefficient is even a thing.
Yeah, dude, sine and cosine and tangents, dude. Duh.
Duh.
But I'll never forget. I was going to college, and I had this teacher, and she was so hot. She was so hot. Like everybody tried to get this teacher because she was she was like the Jessica Alba of teachers. Like she was just ridiculous. She worked at a community college. We're like, what are you doing here?
What class?
Why are you teaching here? English. She was an English teacher.
Makes sense.
And she was so hot, but she fucking loved English, dude. Like she fucking, it was She fucking loved English so much that I was like, well, fuck you, lady.
So what is it? She loved English. She's just reading Jane Austen and just flicking her bean the whole night.
Yeah,
just
dude.
like,
Seriously, she like. Well, it was cool too because we read really good books, and like all the books that we read in there, like we read The Road, which is a really good book if you haven't read it. We read a bunch of really good short stories, and like the class was very interesting, and I enjoyed the class. But everyone was like, "Dude, her name was Z."
Did you enjoy it because she was hot, or did you?
No.
Like, if you had an ugly teacher, would you think you would have enjoyed it? I mean, The Road is a good book. The Road is a good book.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I think the content of that class was I enjoyed that content because it was a lot of that kind of content. And her name was Miss Z, and I'll never forget. People are like, "Who's your English teacher?" I'm like, "Miss Z," and they're like, "Oh, dude, like you have Miss Z," and I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Ugh, she's so hot." I'm like, "Dude, she's too smart for me." Like that's how I would say. That's how I would justify it.
She's too smart for me.
She's too smart for me, dude. Like it's not my cup of tea. And but yeah, some people are into that, dude, but not this guy.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I don't want to date a dumbass. Like,
I was just gonna say, give me a girl, dumb as fucking rocks. I'll fucking.
Does your wife listen to this podcast?
She does not, but even if she did, I literally looked at Cammie like 2 weeks ago. She asked me a question. Dude, it was she asked me a question and I looked at her and I literally went, "I did not marry you for your brains."
What was the question?
I don't remember. It was so dumb that I literally don't remember the question. Here's an example question though. This was a real question that was asked from Cammie to me. She says, "Hey, all the wind that's here, does that like come all the way from Africa? Like, does it start in Africa and then like make its way all the way to us? Like, is it the same wind?" And that's the caliber of questions that I get asked by Cammie.
I wouldn't even know. That's a question that Marley would ask.
Dude, well, exactly. My point exactly.
Yeah.
Cammie will come up to me and be like, this is just Cammie doesn't have any common sense. I love this woman more than anything, but just she has absolutely zero common sense. This is the question. This is what I was talking about. I think we talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast though. About the email confirmation.
Oh
yeah.
Talk
about that? Yeah. Long story short, Cammie put the wrong email for email confirmation, and then asked me, "Does that matter if I want an email confirmation?" Of course it does. How are they going to email you if they have the wrong email?
They'll figure it out. They'll just oh, she must have missed a random letter.
She must have accidentally spelled her name wrong. This woman that I don't know making an order on a computer. You fuck, man.
Let me take the time to crack this code. It's all the thousands of different variabilities of where this could be wrong, and I'll get it to her. Don't worry.
Yeah. So love her to death, dumb as rocks, and guess what? Married her.
Yeah. Oh, you fucking called it, dude.
But hey, dude, I have a good feeling. Catherine's gonna be smart. She's gonna be dummy thick. She's the one for you.
Dude, I can't wait to tell her what my preferred sort of food items are, man.
Dude, the only thing you have to watch out for is if she, like, when you guys finally meet up, you have to monitor her inbox to make sure no Nigerian princes are gonna try and get at her, because a girl like that is gonna get swooped up.
Well, I already helped out a couple Nigerian princes. Did you know there's like a bunch of different Nigerian princes?
Is there really?
There's like 100. I didn't realize there was so much royalty going around in Africa, especially Nigeria. So it's like they haven't gotten back to me yet. It's been a while, but like, dude,
How much did you send? Because when I had to send a couple $100,000 before I got a response.
Oh no, I've only sent each one of them like maybe $2,000 to $3,000, something like that.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta get those numbers up, dude. Those are rookie numbers.
Really?
Yeah. You gotta hit 6 digits. Once you hit 6 digits, then they know you're real. Remember, he's a prince, dude. Think about how much money he has.
Well, that's so true. I just want to be friends with him more than anything else. Like, it'd be so cool to be friends with the Nigerian prince. But like, apparently,
why does it have to be all about the money?
But also, I guess it's not that big a deal because there's just so many of them.
True, dude. They're a dime a dozen. Those Nigerian princes, and all of them, ironically, have access to emails. So
yeah,
it's really easy to get a hold of them.
And they all type the exact same thing. It's so weird.
You're telling me they all got taught in Nigeria, so that's just how they type. Just like how all kids in America type the same way, dude.
That's a good point. Oh yeah. Like if you sent an email and I sent an email, they would be
like, that's an American right there.
They would be verbatim the same, just like word for word. So that makes sense actually.
Nigeria is just smaller, so they probably all know each other, so they're like, oh, dude, make sure when we send our emails, we're uniform. You know?
That yeah, you certainly want to make sure you're like a united country, and the best way to
Yeah.
do that is to make sure you have this very solid template that all of you, every single person's on the same page with. So okay, all
Dude,
right.
instead of MLA format, which stands for America Limited America format, it's
Mhm.
NLA format, Nigeria Limited Anthropology format, dude.
It is very anthropological to request
Yeah,
thousands of dollars.
but you'll hear from him, dude. Don't worry. And
Yeah.
Catherine, I'm excited.
Yeah, no, Catherine. I'm nervous, dude. I mean, like, well, what if she is the one? You know, it's just like, am I ready for
Dude.
that? Like, am I in a place to like be with a woman who is going to, yeah, a woman who understands the most ideal locations in
Yeah.
town? Like, that's
It's definitely intimidating, but you'll see if there's a spark, if there's a connection when you guys meet up for the first time, and you're not beating her to a pulp on the airport floor, then you'll know, dude. You'll know.
I just got my hand around her neck. It's like, bah, you are not dummy.
Liar!
Just blood splattering all over me. Oh my god, that's so horrible. Again, we do not condone violence.
Yeah, no, we love non-violence.
Unless it's equal, right? For
Yes.
every punch that I give to Catherine, I punch someone
Catherine
else.
punches you back, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
you don't punch someone else.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm punching two people to make up
Yeah,
for
right.
it. She's like, why are you hitting me? Because I'm hitting her. All right.
Well, with that, dude, I think that's the perfect place.
Yeah. We did it.
We did it, dude. I think we should name this odd podcast "Drugs" or "Boys to Kids." That should be the name of the podcast.
Boys to kids.
Boys to Kids.
Or ruining ketamine trips.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. First I got to figure out how to edit this nonsense.